Is your team management software actually helping your company succeed? Or is it just a fancy way to track who's doing what? That's a question a lot of investors are asking right now about Asana. The company's stock, once a darling of the project management software world, has been on a wild ride. From soaring to incredible highs to plummeting back down, it's a story that has left many scratching their heads and a lot of portfolios in the red. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating and often frustrating saga of Asana's stock performance. We'll explore why a company that seems to be doing so many things right on the surface is struggling to find its footing on Wall Street. Asana isn't a flash in the pan. It's a company with a strong product and an impressive user base. They've cornered a significant part of the collaborative work management market, with a list of clients that includes many of the Fortune 100 companies. Their platform is a go-to for teams looking to streamline workflows, track projects, and improve productivity. They've also been innovative, launching new features like Asana AI Studio to stay ahead of the curve. So, with a popular product and a strong market position, why has the stock been in such a freefall? Well, the story of Asana stock is a classic tale of growth versus profitability, and it's a narrative that has played out time and time again in the tech sector. When Asana first went public, investors were captivated by its explosive revenue growth. They were happy to overlook the company's significant losses because the market was focused on growth at all costs. The theory was simple. A fast-growing company could use its market dominance to eventually achieve profitability. The problem is that's a model that works great in a bull market, but it falls apart when the economic tide turns. And the tide has definitely turned. In recent quarters, the market has shifted its focus. Instead of cheering on massive spending to fuel growth, investors are demanding a clear path to profitability. And here is where Asana's story gets complicated. While the company has shown consistent revenue growth, that growth rate has been slowing down. In its most recent fiscal quarter, Asana reported solid numbers, beating analyst expectations for both earnings and revenue. Sounds good, right? But the devil, as always, is in the details. The company's revenue growth was only 9% year-over-year, a significant drop from the 26% growth it reported in the same quarter a year ago. This slowdown in growth is a major red flag for investors who were banking on the company to continue its rapid expansion. It signals that the company's path to profitability might be longer and bumpier than previously thought. And it's not just the top-line growth that's a concern. There are a few other key factors weighing on the stock. One of the biggest issues is Asana's customer retention. In a recent earnings call, the company's executives warned of retention headwinds and increased buyer scrutiny. This means that existing customers are either downgrading their subscriptions or taking longer to make purchasing decisions. This is particularly noticeable in the enterprise and middle market segments, and especially within the technology vertical. For a software-as-a-service company, customer retention is everything. High retention rates mean a predictable stream of recurring revenue, which is a key driver of stock value. When that metric starts to falter, it sends a powerful message to the market that the company's moat might not be as wide as investors once believed. Another major challenge for Asana is the intense competition in the work management software space. The market is crowded with big players like Microsoft and Google, as well as other dedicated project management tools like Monday.com and Smartsheet. Asana has to constantly innovate and invest heavily in sales and marketing to stand out. While their new AI features are promising, this kind of investment comes at a high cost, and it's a cost that is eating into their bottom line. However, there are glimmers of hope. Asana has made significant strides in improving its operational efficiency. In the last quarter, the company actually achieved its first ever positive adjusted operating margin, which is a huge milestone. This shows that the company is taking profitability seriously and is actively working to control its spending. The company's new CFO is also focused on disciplined cost management, which has led to some analysts revising their earnings forecasts upwards for the future. The company's co-founder and CEO, Dustin Moskovitz, has also shown his confidence by buying a massive amount of Asana shares on the open market. Insider buying is often seen as a bullish signal, as it suggests that the people who know the company best believe the stock is undervalued. This, combined with the company's strong gross margins and its growing list of high-value enterprise clients, give some analysts a reason to remain optimistic about the long-term future of the stock. Ultimately, the market is currently caught in a tug-of-war. On one side, you have the fundamental strengths of Asana, a popular product, a massive user base, high gross margins, and a renewed focus on profitability. On the other side, you have the very real concerns of slowing revenue growth, retention issues, and a highly competitive market. For a company that was once priced for perfection, these concerns are enough to drive a significant stock price drop. The question for investors now is whether Asana can successfully navigate this tricky period. Can they continue to grow their customer base while also improving profitability? Can they fend off the competition without burning through all their cash? The answers to these questions will determine whether Asana can regain the trust of the market and see its stock price rise again. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.